It's a weird year, James. Really, really weird year. We've got a World Cup that's starting in November, but the news came out recently that it's coming a day before. We've got a Ballon d'Or race, right, that I think is going to be announced in October, which is really, really weird in and of itself. But speaking of the Ballon d'Or, right, prior to the World Cup kick starting, there's a man who I think we should just give a couple of minutes to here, who deserves his credit. And I think what I want to do first and foremost is, it's a guy that I've always had mixed feelings about. Not recently. I'm totally convinced over the last 3 or 4 years. But prior to that, I was always a bit like, I know Ronaldo's the main piece of that Real Madrid team. Obviously, I'm talking about Karim Benzema. But I was always left wanting a little bit from Benzema. And any of his big successes, I always looked at as he's got a lot of the team there, and for the starting number 9 at Real Madrid, I've always been left wanting more. It's only ever since Ronaldo's left that he's been able to truly, truly show what a player he is. And for me, always left wanting a little bit more. The last 2-3 years I've been, this guy's really kind of separated himself as the outstanding number 9 in world football, where there aren't that many really that are knocking around. So James, I just want to give you a couple of minutes. I know you're a huge fan, just how brilliant Benzema has been, and especially this year, because guys, listen to me, Karim Benzema has won the Ballon d'Or. I don't know that, but I'm telling you, the odds, this is 1 to 33. This is as big a guarantee on a Ballon d'Or as we've ever seen.
Jack, if we could have a unanimous Ballon d'Or winner,
yeah,
I hope this year is the year. Now, the only one you look at Messi's maybe 2012 year, but people could make an argument, or maybe Messi in 2011 or one of Messi's years, and obviously Ronaldo in 2008. There have been some landslide winners. This one might be the biggest, because Jack, everything this guy's touches turned to gold. He won the Euro Nations with France. He's won 4 trophies with Real Madrid this year. Just dominated, 50-odd goals. Just scored in the Super Cup final the other day. I mean, what can you say about Karim Benzema? I do believe there was a time when we were looking at the world's best, the best strikers of our generation, he was all the way back. And I'm talking about players like Edison Cavani, Robin Lewandowski, Luis Suarez, Falcao, all above him. And probably with the whole body of work, you can probably make an argument that because they probably did it for a little bit longer at the highest level, that they were probably better than him. But when you look at this guy's won for Real Madrid, Jack, he's a top 10 Real Madrid player of all time.
He's just surpassed Raul, right? I think
just surpassed Raul now.
Yeah.
If he does surpass Ronaldo, which is going to take a mean feat, Ronaldo's a freak,
right?
Then, listen, he's going to have an incredible last 3 years. But if he does, people can make an argument that he's arguably Real Madrid's greatest player. It's going to depend on how great these.
I don't know about that, but yeah,
I know. But he's gonna, if he can repeat this for another 3 years, and there's a chance to surpass Ronaldo, but it's a very, very outside chance. But his body of work has always been great from what he's won and accomplished with his team. But he's always been the player looking in from the outside. When you look at Real Madrid's treble-winning team, you think of Casemiro ahead of him, obviously Ronaldo, Ramos, a lot of players were ahead of him. You seem to pass by Benzema. Obviously, he played a big part scoring goals in semi-finals, or in even the final. But people don't really look at him. But since Ronaldo's left, the leap this guy's taken, the clutchness, the overall responsibility he's taken. Also, the biggest thing for Benzema, how mature he's been. You can just see that maturity. I think that when he first came to Real Madrid, you can see how he wasn't quite there as much. There was a time when Higuain was ahead of him. Now he's the main man, and when you see that thing wrapped around his arm, you just know, the all white band wrapped around. You just know it's done for you.
That's definitely a mental thing at the moment. But James, here's what I want to do: a little bit of an exercise. We're living in a fantasy world. Karim Benzema does not exist. Who is your next guy? Who is your second favourite but favourite in this world because Benzema doesn't exist. Who are the names that you've got in your head? Just want to throw some by you. Sadio Mane, African Cup of Nations winner, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, I believe 33 goals, few assists in there as well. Mo Salah, a final of an African Cup of Nations, 33 goals, got way more assists though as well. Heung-Min Son obviously had a fantastic season from a Premier League standpoint as well. Robert Lewandowski, bunch, got 57 goals, 12 assists, Bundesliga and the DFL Super Cup as well. Kylian Mbappe, Liga, Nations League winner, 49 goals, 31 assists. Vinicius Jr., Champions League, La Liga, Super Copa, 22 goals, 19 assists. Any of these names jump out to you that you would give a little love to?
Of course, Sadio Mane. You could make a strong argument for him doing it. Of course, Senegal winning the AFCON, winning the 2 cups with Liverpool, and obviously coming so close with him. He's up there. I do believe that if I had to pick a player right now, Kylian Mbappe, incredible. Benzema right now, for what he's done, is the best player in the world. But Mbappe, if I had to pick one, it's a weird thing. There's something about Mbappe that makes me want to just say, he to me is the guy right now.
But again, James, I think this is a distinction that you and I make on this channel a lot. Just because you've had a better year doesn't mean that overall you're the better player, right? I think that if you and I were down the park, you and me were captains and you had first pick, I would still expect you to pick Kylian Mbappe ahead of Karim Benzema. Now that's
Benzema's second, but Benzema's body of work this year is undoubtable.
But that's the way it goes.
But obviously you got Vinicius Jr. to me has to be a top 10 to top 5 pick. Listen, been absolutely incredible for Real Madrid. The leap he took from like last season to now has just been, 2 seasons ago to now, has been incredible. One name that you failed to mention there, and I think should be in the top 5, is Thibaut Courtois.
Right.
I think what he's done, we look at the run, and obviously we're going to mention Vinicius and Benzema. But Jack, how many big saves? How many times did he get Real Madrid out of trouble? The game against PSG away from home, the big save, the penalty save against Messi. How many big saves did he make against Chelsea in the final, Jack? Arguably the greatest performance you've seen from a goalkeeper in a final. Probably the only one especially in Champions League final, the only one you probably put next to that is Iker Casillas in 2002 or 2001. I think it's 2002. He's been immense.
Yep.
So he's the one that I will put in the top 5. But if I had to choose one, Jack, that's tough. Because I'm going to go for Thibaut Courtois, Jack. Okay. I'm going to go for Thibaut Courtois.
I think realistically, I would stick with Mane or Salah. It would have to be one of them. I've mentioned this before. Again, it's just like, guys, stuff changes, right? Stuff changes. You can only go on what you see. I saw more from Mo Salah this year than I've ever seen from him in any other season prior. Now, you might think, well, you're crazy. Guys, Mo Salah did stuff this year that was outside of tactical operation or your Jurgen Klopp. At the
start of the season. So people would argue, the argument that people will have is that Mo Salah did it at the start of the year. So that's why
Which is true.
But that's why he was upset that he didn't get so high in the last Ballon d'Or.
Right. But he's
after Christmas.
Right. A little less.
It was no. It was still great. He made some big
still
assists.
Mo Salah.
Scored some goals, but it wasn't as effective as, let's say, Sadio Mane and how big he came for Liverpool. If I'm picking my top 5, Mane would definitely be in there over Salah, but Salah was obviously still great this year.
Right. For me, my 2 kind of wild cards, realistically, which are ones that I just think I want to show a little bit of love to. Rafael Leao at Milan, 14 goals, 14 assists. This is a Serie A winning side. This is a guy who will have a move. I'm not trying to dismiss Milan as a big club, but he will get a move to a monster club at some point in his young career. He's an unbelievably talented player. And then the only other guy that I want to bring up, I just want to get some of his stats up here a little bit, is Christopher Nkunku. James, 35 goals, 22 assists, won the DFB Pokal with RB Leipzig. Obviously signed a new deal there as well. I don't think in terms of if we still consider him a midfielder, an attacking midfielder, I do not know if there's been a better midfielder. I'm sure you could throw a Kevin De Bruyne or somebody like that, maybe a Rodri in there as well. But for me, Christopher Nkunku, this is probably the best midfielder of the year in totality, as much as I want to throw Lorenzo Pellegrini in there. So yeah, those are a couple guys that I want to give some love to. But obviously, guys, the point of this video, we have to make sure that Karim Benzema doesn't exist to even have this conversation, because guys, this is, like I said, I think we've been blessed, right, with 10 plus years of it being full
Say
out.
it.
No, but
say it.
What do you mean?
Say it. Go and say it.
Well, Messi and Ronaldo.
The two names.
It's true.
Messi.
It's true.
We went through a whole video mentioning the Ballon d'Or. We didn't mention Messi and Ronaldo.
And
you know how cool that is.
It is beautiful. It really is. And I know that things are gonna move, but it's been so nice every single year in the Ballon d'Or to have these two guys where you can make cases for both of them, right? You really could. Every year that Messi won, every year Ronaldo won, you could always make a case for the other guy. It may not be the most compelling case, but you could always make the case. This year, guys, this is, James, I don't know about you, in my lifetime, I'm 27, I'm not the oldest guy ever, but in my lifetime, I've never seen such a clear Ballon d'Or winner in my lifetime. I don't know about you.
Listen, I totally agree with you. The guy was just so spectacular. It wasn't like he was just good in the Champions League, Jack. In the league, I think he won the Golden Boot, scored 30 plus goals. Just, listen, incredible.
And guys, just to give you some statistics to roll off here, 48 goals, 15 assists, Champions League winner, La Liga winner, UEFA Nations League winner, Supercopa de España. Like, you know, the guy had one of the most, if not the most, individual calendar year that we've ever seen. Let us know what you think. If you do have an opinion that's not Karim Benzema, I would love it if you were brave enough to share it with us, because we will come at you, and we will come at you hard. Any other players you want to show some love to, drop them in the comments as well. Please drop a like on the video if you like what you've seen. Do check your subscribe, guys. It's really, really important. Like I say, the algorithm always will feed you our videos if you are watching them. But do just scroll down and double check just to make sure. And just hit the bell, because then you'll get a notification. You won't miss a video. James, anything else from you, mate?
Guys, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. This is Box to Box Football, and we will see you in the next video.